The betrayal within, when trust becomes terror. The promise of safety, the innocence of childhood, shattered. Today we delve into a case that chills the soul, a stark reminder of the predators lurking in the shadows, preying on the most vulnerable among us. Give a like and subscribe. Leave a comment. James Stanley Weems Jr., a retired Baltimore police officer once sworn to protect and serve, now stands condemned. His life sentence, handed down on April 14, 2024, marks not an end, but a chilling chapter in the ongoing battle against child sexual abuse. This isn't just about one man's depravity. It's about the systemic failures that allow such monsters to operate with impunity. It's about the shattered trust, the stolen innocence, and the long, arduous road to healing for the victims. The conviction in November 2024 laid bare the extent of Weems' crimes. The charges paint a horrifying picture. 3 counts of sexually abusing a minor, 2 counts of second-degree rape, and 1 count of displaying obscene materials to a minor. Each count represents a violation, a scar etched onto the soul of a child. These aren't just legal terms, they are the embodiment of trauma, the echoes of a nightmare that will likely haunt the victim for a lifetime. The charges center around a single, brave victim, a 10-year-old girl at the time of the abuse. Now 13, she carries the weight of Weems' actions, a burden no child should ever bear. Imagine the fear, the confusion, the utter helplessness she must have felt. Her childhood, a time of carefree joy and exploration, was poisoned by the very person who should have been protecting her. The setting for this horrific abuse, Little Kids Castle Daycare Center in Owings Mills, Maryland, a place meant to be a haven, a safe space for children to learn and grow, became a hunting ground for a predator. The daycare, owned by Weems' former wife Stanley Weems, represents a profound betrayal of trust. Parents entrusted their children to this place, believing they were safe, only to have their worst nightmares realized. The allegations surfaced in July 2022, a crack in the carefully constructed facade of normalcy. The victim, with incredible courage, revealed that Weems had shown her pornography and molested her. This single act of bravery set in motion a chain of events that exposed Weems' depravity. It's a testament to the power of a child's voice, even in the face of overwhelming fear. Weems' own actions provided the evidence needed to convict him. He used his cell phone to display explicit material, leaving a digital trail that the FBI meticulously followed. The discovery that Weems accessed adult websites near elementary schools is particularly chilling. It suggests a pattern of behavior, a deliberate targeting of vulnerable children. The victim's testimony reveals the insidious nature of Weems's manipulation. She stated that he was the only person who was kind to her, providing her with snacks and attention. This is a classic grooming tactic used by predators to gain the trust of their victims. By appearing kind and caring, Weems was able to lower the victim's defenses and create an environment where abuse could occur. Weems instructed the victim to keep their interactions secret, a common tactic used by abusers to isolate their victims and prevent them from seeking help. This secrecy creates a climate of fear and shame, making it even more difficult for victims to come forward. It's a form of psychological control that can have devastating long-term effects. Stanley Weems' reaction to learning of the allegations was extreme and ultimately self-destructive. After learning of her husband's crimes, she shot him. While her actions are understandable in the context of the betrayal she experienced, they also resulted in her own imprisonment. She pleaded guilty to aggravated assault and carrying a pistol without a license, receiving a 4-year prison sentence. Weems, in his defense, denied any inappropriate relationships with the children. He claimed to only remember the victim as a nice little girl, attempting to downplay his actions and portray himself as innocent. This denial is a common tactic used by abusers to avoid accountability and maintain their facade of normalcy. It's a calculated attempt to manipulate the system and evade justice. The victim's statement expresses a profound desire to forget the abuse and return to a normal childhood. This simple wish encapsulates the tragedy of child sexual abuse. No child should have to carry the burden of such trauma. The focus must be on providing the victim with the support and resources she needs to heal and reclaim her life. The fact that Weems still faces over 20 additional counts related to other alleged victims is deeply disturbing. It suggests a pattern of abuse that extends beyond a single incident. This highlights the importance of thorough investigations and the need to hold perpetrators accountable for all of their crimes. It also underscores the potential for many more victims to come forward. This case raises critical questions about the systems in place to protect children. How did Weems, a retired police officer, gain access to vulnerable children at a daycare center? What safeguards were in place to prevent abuse from occurring? And why did it take so long for the allegations to come to light? These are questions that must be answered to prevent future tragedies. Daycare centers play a crucial role in the lives of many families. Parents entrust their children to these facilities, expecting them to provide a safe and nurturing environment. This case serves as a stark reminder that vigilance is essential. Daycare providers must implement robust screening processes, provide ongoing training for staff, and create a culture of transparency and accountability. One of the biggest challenges in combating child sexual abuse is the silence that often surrounds it. Victims may be afraid to come forward, fearing retaliation or disbelief. It's crucial to create a culture where reporting abuse is encouraged and supported. Adults must be vigilant and report any suspicions of abuse to the authorities. The impact of child sexual abuse can be devastating and long-lasting. Survivors may experience a range of emotional, psychological, and physical problems. It's essential to provide survivors with access to comprehensive support services, including therapy, counseling, and advocacy. Healing is a long and arduous process, but it is possible with the right support. The legal system plays a critical role in holding perpetrators of child sexual abuse accountable for their crimes. This includes thorough investigations, fair trials, and appropriate sentencing. It's also important to ensure that victims have access to legal representation and support throughout the legal process. The system must be designed to protect victims and ensure that justice is served. Protecting children from sexual abuse is a community responsibility. Everyone has a role to play in creating a safe and nurturing environment for children. This includes parents, educators, healthcare professionals, law enforcement, and community leaders. By working together, we can create a culture where child sexual abuse is not tolerated. Prevention is key to combating child sexual abuse. This includes educating children about their rights, teaching them how to recognize and report abuse, and empowering them to speak out. It also includes raising awareness among adults about the signs of abuse and providing them with the tools and resources they need to protect children. The case of James Weems is a stark reminder that the battle against child sexual abuse is far from over. We must remain vigilant and continue to fight for the safety and well-being of our children. This requires a multifaceted approach that includes prevention, intervention, and accountability. It also requires a commitment to supporting survivors and creating a culture where child sexual abuse is not tolerated. The story of James Weems is a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk behind seemingly normal facades. It underscores the urgent need for vigilance, for proactive measures to protect our children, and for unwavering support for survivors. This isn't just a news story, it's a call to action. We urge you to educate yourself on the signs of child abuse, report any suspicions to the authorities, and support organizations dedicated to preventing child sexual abuse and helping survivors heal. Donate to child advocacy groups, volunteer your time, and most importantly, listen to the voices of children. Their safety depends on it. Let's work together to create a world where every child can thrive, free from fear and abuse.